Hi friends. I'm a little bit, I don't think I'm sick. I have allergies and they're driving me crazy, but they've been worse than normal, so I might be sick, but we're gonna pretend I'm not. I'm also in a new apartment. I mean, I've been here for a while, but I've never done a vlog here, so I feel like I'm trying to keep my voice down. Not that anyone would know the difference. Maybe they just think I'm on the phone. But anyway, hi, this is my new place. I'm not gonna show it to you. There's a wall. I have walls, that's good. Good starting place. So I thought I would talk about Little House in Big Woods because I finished it recently. I'm trying to read the whole series this year of Little House books. Man, I am not being animated because I'm like afraid to be too loud. Maybe being loud is like my trademark. Is that like where my personality is? If I'm not loud, am I not like me? Am I not the me that you love? Anyway, okay, so I read some of these books as a kid and I kind of wanted to reread them because I just don't really remember most of it. And I just want to say once and for all I've done it. And I enjoyed it. It was a quick read. I mean, it wasn't like the best book I've ever read, but I kind of think I love this era. I think like, you know, people get into like medieval stuff and like I can't even make it through Monty Python. Like I can't even watch that movie because it's just like not my era. But I think this whole like cabin in the woods thing is kind of my time. Not that I'd want to live during that time because I think it'd be really, really hard. But anyway, not that I had a choice. I was born in the 80s, so. But anyway, I just found a lot of stuff in this book to be inadvertently funny. So I thought I would share those moments with you guys particularly. So, okay, the first one, and the illustrations usually help this. And they're great illustrations, but like, I just thought some of them were funny. So, okay, there's this part where Laura, they're talking about her doll and like how her big sister has an actual doll and Laura doesn't have one, and so she's like, I don't know, she just doesn't have a doll. But she has a corn cob. Laura had only a corn cob wrapped in a handkerchief, but it was a good doll. It was named Susan. It wasn't Susan's fault that she was only a corn cob. Oh, I haven't read this in a while. Sometimes Mary let Laura hold Nettie, that's Laura's doll. But she did it only when Susan, the corn cob, couldn't see. But anyway, look at Laura's face in this picture. She's just like, she's kind of like a contented alien, like, I don't know, she just kind of looks spaced out, like, it's okay, I've got my corn cob, I'm cool. I love her. Anyway, I'm not saying that Laura Ingalls Wilder was delusional, I'm just saying it just made me laugh, and it probably wasn't supposed to make me laugh. There's another part where they talked about how they used to take pictures of themselves in the snow, and they would like fall face first into the snow to like make a print of themselves. And I thought, this is masochistic. Why are they doing this? That sounds so uncomfortable. Like hitting your face on the snow, it would have to be 3 feet deep and it would have to be like powder if you're gonna sign me up to do that, because that would hurt. So here's the picture of them falling into the snow. I thought that was pretty funny. Then there's a party at Grandpa's place, and Laura and this other little girl are fighting over which baby is cuter. Like, they each have a baby sibling. But this, I guess when people would come to these parties back in the day, they would just like store the babies all on one bed together. Like, just throw them there and then go and dance. Like, that just seems a little ridiculous. So I just thought this was really funny. Because the babies, like, I guess they were just swaddled and so they felt like they wouldn't fall off the bed, and that like if they went to the bathroom they would just deal with it when the party was over. I don't know. And the little girls are funny too. To picture little tiny children fighting over which baby is prettier. So that was funny. And then this was maybe like the funniest part for me though. And I feel bad because it's like, this kid goes through extreme pain that I would never want to have to deal with. But this kid is like out in the field and he gets stung by all of these bees, and it's like horrible. Like I don't know that that would kill you if you weren't allergic, but it's just like, you can imagine all over your body bee stings. Actually, I have never been stung by one bee once, ever. So here he is. This is not the funny part. This is when he's getting stung by the bees. And then they like put mud all over him, you know, because that helps things. And they like totally wrapped him up. And I feel so bad laughing at this, but I thought this was hilarious. Like, that is just funny. The kids are just like looking at him. And he's like a mummy on that bed. I just thought that was really funny. And then there was one serious part that I thought was interesting, because it talks about how like they go into town for the first time, like it's Laura's first time going into town, and like she just like sees the lake, I think, for the first time in her whole life. And then like, because there aren't as many trees around, she sees so much sky. And like, just to think about that that's like your life perspective when you're like, that's crazy, because now that we can fly everywhere and we can go anywhere very quickly all the time, and just to think of the metropolis that we have and how things are built up. And so like the fact that she, like, that was her perspective on life, that's pretty cool to think about. Anyway, and then I'm now moving on to, I've started this one, Little House on the Prairie, book number 2. There's this scene where they cross the creek. Look at how terrifying this is. Like, I don't know if you can really tell from that picture, but the horses are like swimming in the creek. I'm not even sure any of the horses could swim. And then here they are, like, because the creek rises, and they basically could have drowned. And they like actually think that their little dog does drown. It turns out he does not. Jack was alive and well. But like, that is terrifying. And then when it's over, this is what Laura's father has to say. Okay, no, this paragraph's kind of funny because it's just like so morbid and so like just straightly delivered. Straightly? That's a word. Okay, so the mom comes out and she's like all freaked out. She's like, "Oh, Charles." I should be an actress. There, Caroline, said Pa. We're all safe thanks to a good tight wagon box. Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, it's a good thing I helped the horses because they would have died. Whatever. I guess they wouldn't have made it if I hadn't helped them. That's what he says about the horses. If Pa had not known what to do, or if Ma had been too frightened to drive, or if Laura and Mary had been naughty and bothered her, then they would all have been lost. The river would have rolled them over and over and carried them away and drowned them, and nobody would ever have known what became of them. For weeks, perhaps, no other person would come along that road. Well, said Pa, all's well that ends well. I just... I can't. That is his reaction. Like, well, all's well, you know, we could have all died, but we didn't. Let's move on. Let's go to the prairie, folks. Let's build a house on the prairie. Spoiler alert. That's all I have to share with you. I'm enjoying the series. I'm also reading the Narnia books, which I didn't know if I would like at all, and I really like the Narnia books. I read 3. I'm reading them. Did you know there's 3 different ways to read them? You can read them in the order of, like, chronological story order, the order in which they were first published, and the order in which they were written. I googled this just to figure out. I was like, oh, I want to read the Narnia books. Which one's first? And I became extremely stressed out because there are blogs and Narnia fan sites, and it's like, well, you can do this and you can do this, and it's not like a clear answer, oh, this is probably the best way. No, everyone has a strong opinion. So I asked, and my friend Karina and my little brother both said to start with The Magician's Nephew. So I am reading in that order. Magician's Nephew, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Those two I've read. And right now I'm reading The Horse and His Boy. So if you want to read with me and you want to read the same order, you can. Little House on the Prairie series, it's all the same order. But I think you could pretty well read them by themselves. Oh, I'm also reading this series. I'm big into series, and this is really weird because I don't usually read fiction, but I've also started the Mitford series by Jan Karon. The first book's called At Home in Mitford, and I love it. And I've read, this is number 4, and like I've already read 3 of her books within less than a year, so I really don't read a lot of fiction. So that's like, that tells you how awesome these books are. So I have way too many books open. What else is new? This video is probably like 100 minutes long by now. I hope you don't have allergies. I hope it's not snowing where you are, unless you like snow, but I don't like snow very much anymore. Because it's February and I'm wearing a tank top. And my fan is on, because it's actually a little bit toasty. Probably only my friend Courtney is watching it at this point, this video, because she likes these videos. I don't know why. Hi Courtney, it was very nice talking to you this morning, afternoon, for several hours. I'm gonna go now because I'm just talking. But I want you to read Little House on the Prairie and tell me if you find things to be funny too, or if I'm just a horrible person. So let me know.